So guys, understand that one of the reasons that I'm doing these YouTube videos is because, I'm being used as some kind of like medium, right? Because since my ancestors cannot be here to speak about my family, like specifically my grandfather being poisoned by these people, guys, I could tell y'all that whenever I asked my father for us to go see my grandfather together, he never acted upon it. All I used to get from my parents was, "Hey, call your grandfather." I always used to wonder growing up, like why couldn't we never go see my grandfather as a family? Why does it always seem like I was being kept away from them? Like sometimes they would have gatherings and I didn't even know about it. Hold on, guys, 1 second. You understand what I'm saying, guys? Like all I would know is I wouldn't hear from anybody for a long time, and then all of a sudden, my parents would say something like, "Call your grandfather. We seen him last week," and I'm just thinking, nobody told me that, why wasn't I there? Why wasn't I there? My parents hated the fact that my grandfather loved me. That's why they killed him, and that's why they were planning on killing me. They hated the fact that my grandfather loved me. They hated it. They wanted to destroy him, destroy me, and destroy any potential seed that I can bring into this world. And they did it by any means necessary. Now, I told you guys back in the day, when I was 24 years old, my grandfather's wife told me when I was 24 years old at my parents' wedding anniversary that we had in a field house. Told me, she whispered to me as my parents were up there dancing on the anniversary, she told me my parents were going to hell. Now, as a 24-year-old, I didn't even know what the hell was why she even told me that. But I never told nobody that. You know, but it's kind of ironic that when I turned 42, that's when I found out that, all this stuff that's going on right now with my family and my stolen inheritance. So 24, I was told my parents are going to hell. I didn't know what was going on to the reverse, which was 42. And remember, guys, 24 is my lucky number. And 42 is associated with, I think, Maya, I believe, justice, me being a Libra. Boy, they messed with the wrong energy, guys. And see, the reason I'm so angry is not all because I don't have my money yet. That's not the total. The total reason is that I cannot move on with my life until justice is served. See, because I understand that they are experiencing horrific supernatural disturbances. And although I'm not experiencing that, I am experiencing the bleed over of my ancestors being upset and and I feel insulted. I feel, you know, everybody's upset. So I feel that. And so it's almost like I'm being afflicted to make these YouTube videos, though I wish I can just move on my life, get my money and move on my life. I can't help but to think that somebody's enjoying watching this shit show from behind the scenes somewhere. Hopefully that's not the case. So the supernatural disturbances that they are receiving is, like, once again, even though I'm not experiencing what they're experiencing, I got it on the other side. Look at this. As I'm talking right now, guys, look what this say right here. The damn bus got right in front of a license plate that says Sage. I think a sage is not, excuse me, a sage is like a priest or something. Sage is like a shaman. Bus parked right in front of me as I was about to lift my phone up to show it, but the license plate says Sage. I'm gonna have to look up that definition later to see if that has anything with doing with being a medium. So y'all, as y'all see, I'm being communicated with by the spirit realm through license plates. And my ancestors obviously ain't gonna have no peace until they get justice. And I'm not gonna have no peace until I get justice. These people need to be locked up. So my grandparents knew for all this time, for 20-something years, that my parents was gonna go to hell, and they knew what they were gonna do the whole time. So it makes me angry that, well, why wasn't it stopped? I don't know all the full details, but I know it has something to do with protecting me. The fact that I know my grandfather was poisoned, I'm extremely angry about that. Because I think about all the times that my father wouldn't didn't want to go see he despised my grandfather, and my father was envious of me and loathsome of me, and envious of the relationship that I did not even have with my grandfather. He loathed the fact that my grandfather loved me. That's why he wanted me killed and take my money and my heritage and all that stuff. My half sister, on the other end, tried to pretend like she had respect for my grandfather, but she didn't. Her eyes was just on his money as well. I can't wait till these people are locked up. That's all I want is justice. Then everybody can move on in peace. Well, not them, but I can, and the justice system can, and my ancestors can. Real quick, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, and I gotta go. It was a strange thing that came, because remember, all this supernatural stuff is bleeding over into my reality. Guys, before I woke up as to what everything was going on, I had a strange thing that came to my YouTube. There's been strange coincidences with my computer that I have to talk to y'all about later. But basically, this is what happened. I think a little bit over a year ago, something came to my phone. It was like some kind of cartoon. I don't know where it came from. It just came to my phone. It was a dark entity that showed up at this boy's house, and he was sleeping. And when the boy woke up, he saw this dark entity. But the dark entity, it was kind of like the one that Bruce Lee movie. The dark entity was just telling the little boy that he had to take his father to hell. And of course, the little boy was sad, and he asked why. He asked this entity, this demon, why did he have to take his father to hell? Because he still loved his father. And this entity told the boy that his father had murdered somebody, and that's why he was going to hell. It didn't say because he stole some money. It said because he murdered someone. He was involved with murdering someone. And guys, I have never seen that YouTube video again after that. Now I know that little boy was me.